Ladies and gentlemen, you can't see this, but he is fully nude, standing on a chair, singing to the ceiling.
I'm shiny like I've been rubbed with ham.
That is specific. You could have said oil.
No, it's not going to give you this sheen.
Gentlemen, let's broaden our minds.
Are they in the proper approach pattern for today?
Negative.
All weapons! Now! Charge the lightning field.
Well, okay. Welcome back.
Yeah. Welcome back to Dispatch Ajax. I am Jake.
I'm Skip, I think.
For now, he is.
I have to look at my underwear where it's written down.
What? Is that why you have him on backwards?
Well, it's why I'm not nude.
Folks, he's never nude.
No, I got these cutoffs, man. There are literally dozens of us.
Hey, he looks good with them on, so don't
You're only saying
shame him.
You're only saying that so I don't take them off.
Well, whatever gets the job done.
Which?
So today we are talking about more spookiness for the holiday season. In fact, we're going to talk about a feature film that is both funny and quite terrifying.
Oh, you better not actually get what I'm going to do. You better not. You better fucking not. I know this is a bit that I am not aware of, and you are not aware of the movie I'm going to do, but it better not be the same fucking thing, or I'm going to be pissed.
Well, I don't know. I mean, when I thought of something that terrified me for the holiday, I thought of the vehicle for Australia's first producer, director, and star of a major motion picture. Obviously, I'm talking about the classic
Young Einstein.
Young Einstein.
No, I'm not doing Young Einstein, but I knew exactly where you were going with that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Yahoo Serious.
Yahoo Serious.
Is he dead yet?
He is not. In fact, he's kind of doing some cool stuff. So he retired from acting and is just doing philanthropy work.
By retired, you mean didn't get any
well,
right?
His last film was in 2000.
What?
So,
really?
Yeah.
I guess it's all that Australian shit we don't see.
It was definitely an Australian film. It was called Mr. Accident.
Oh, God. And it wasn't starring Rowan Atkinson or...
No, Yahoo Serious is kind of like...
Now, he's the Carrot Top of that era.
Yeah, I'd rather watch Yahoo than Carrot Top.
Oh, 100%. Especially since now he just wants to make you watch him bench press, which is really fucking annoying.
Did you know that he was on the cover of both Time and Mad Magazine?
Yahoo Serious?
Yahoo Serious was. He got an honorary Doctor of Literates from the University of Newcastle for his contribution to the cinema arts.
Because of Young Einstein? Man,
and he wagered a trademark battle with Yahoo in 2000.
I always wondered that.
The case was quickly thrown out because Sears could not prove that he sells products or services under the name Yahoo or suffered harm or confusion due to the search engine.
Oh, that just means he's really unpopular.
Last but not least, Harvard University's Hasty Pudding Club gave him a celebrated filmmaker award for his film Young Einstein in 1988.
Doesn't that sound like a prank?
I feel like it might actually be.
Yeah, it seems like a National Lampoon's kind of bit, you know? Like the original National Lampoon from Harvard or whatever. Or is it Stanford? I can't remember.
Oh, it's Hasty Pudding Theatricals in Cambridge, Massachusetts. So Hasty Pudding is a club.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of it.
Social club at Harvard.
Wasn't John Hodgman a member of
Let's see who's in the hasty pudding club.
He's definitely sort of like tangentially involved with some of those, I think. Or maybe he lamented that he wasn't involved. I can't remember, but I remember him talking about it.
Perhaps it's a secret society.
I got a secret.
Because names aren't popping up under a hasty and poorly searched
Search. Well, that's probably on purpose.
Bob Odenkirk and Jennifer Coolidge were welcomed to Harvard to receive the Hastings Pudding Man and Woman of the Year award.
Then they were forced to
2023.
get married.
Get married in all this pudding.
You have to sit in the smarty pants. Like Grandma used to eat.
Like every Halloween, you have to watch a different Yahoo Serious feature film.
First of all, you have to find a Yahoo Serious film. It's a scavenger hunt, you see. But you have to pay Australian for it.
I'm in the Outback again.
Jake, that is an Outback Steakhouse.
I said I was in the Outback.
Sir.
Where are you keeping Yahoo Serious?
Sir,
is this a Yahoo adrenochrome farm? Is that what you think underneath? Is he
don't have a basement?
I don't believe it. It's not what Q told me.
Q-tip? Man, do not listen to Q-tips.
That's a dumb joke, but it got me.
I know. It's funny, though, because we made almost that joke last time, and I edited it out because we didn't quite get there, but now it makes sense.
It was like a 5-minute Q-bit.
Q-bit. Nice. Yeah, all right. Everybody loves quantum computing jokes.
Wasn't there was also that video game Qubit, right?
Yes, I used to have a Qubit wallet. This was recently, as an adult.
I
just kept changing it for pinball, so it seemed appropriate.
It is legitimate.
Yeah, no shit. Well, in fact, we are not talking about Yahoo Serious because, quite frankly, no one is talking about Yahoo Serious.
Wait, did I not read the email right, Skip? It was Young Einstein. That's the film we're covering, right?
I never sent an email. What did I just say about listening to Q?
What did my mother always say about qubits?
Don't put salt in your eyes. Don't put salt in your eyes.
Always listen to qubits.
Our numbers are up or down, depending on how you look at it. I'm sorry for the size of the chart.
My eyes. It hurts so much.
Don't kill Danny. Don't kill Danny.
What was that movie? There's a guy and you owed a newspaper and a sled.
Citizen Kane.
No, that's not it.
Citizen Kane.
No, I would remember that. That's
Kane.
It. That's something. Was it? Is it Goodfellas?
Slipped my mind.
I'm crushing your podcast. Are we just doing bits now?
Yeah, but not even related that anyone would understand.
Nope.
Just random things from our fucking memory.
Just like an Oompa band.
Oh, God. The pulsating tumor instead of that. He imagines that you are one of these brave young lads. My favorite thing, because I think Daryl is an annoying character, but one of my favorites is when he is babysitting that kid. And he gets hit by the kid with the hockey stick, and he's like this snot coming out of his nose. He's crying. He's like, "You shut up!" It's fucking great. It's so good because it reminds me of that time you and I went canoeing on that river in Iowa. And I was wearing, yes, this happened. I was wearing Spider-Man swimming trunks.
Okay, for the audience, I'm staring off in the distance with my mouth agape,
Listfully.
trying to conjure up this memory as he relays it to me.
And it's also important to note that Jake has no memory whatsoever.
Yeah, this isn't a bit.
He forgot
It
to
may be
right.
reoccurring, but
Yeah.
that's because I can't remember.
He literally has no recollection of anything that came before. He's like a reverse Memento. Like he has no clue of the past. We were canoeing on the river, and we had stopped to swim and hang out for a little bit. And there were these like 10-year-old kids that had come up on the bank. And I got up out of the water and I was walking over to the shore. One of the kids is like, hey, are those Spider-Man trunks? And I was like, hell yeah, they are. Cool. And he's like, Spider-Man's stupid. Immediately I said, you're stupid.
That kid got you so fucking.
He got me so bad. And I reacted like a fucking 10-year-old. So after that, I was like, I'm done. And I just went back into the water and we left. This is rock bottom for me. All right. So before my acid reflux kills me, I shut up. Still drunk yesterday. I saw a movie that I am going to review. Jake has no idea what the topic is for today, and I'm springing it on him. I watched a horror movie, and
A movie has been sprung upon me.
my minds have been blown. It is so stupid that it's epic. Well, no, it's not even that. It's just stupid. So,
Have I seen this film?
no, I don't think you have. Well, maybe, but I don't think so.
Huh, all right.
I mean, it's possible. So this is a movie that came out last year, and I didn't know existed until I renewed my What?
Oh, just
2022.
can I guess it?
Please.
Well, is there anything? All right. Well, I need something more than just
Don't
a
ask.
movie that came out. Well, I'm just saying, is there a hint that I could get?
It's on Shudder.
Okay.
It's a Shudder original
Oh,
from
okay.
2022. It's Shameless with some surprising cameos.
I don't know.
Yep, I know. You're never going to guess it. If you haven't seen it, you're never going to get it. I promise you, because I didn't know this existed, and I was chilled to the core that this was even a thing. Just when you thought the Hollywood brain drain couldn't make American filmmaking any more bleak or pathetic, and just when you thought the industry had squeezed all of the blood out of IP,
Ooh, it's an IP property?
comes Spirit Halloween the movie.
God.
Yes, the pop-up superstore of generic Halloween garbage, the movie, which happens to feature Christopher Lloyd and Racheal Leigh Cook. Is that her name? The one from
Yeah.
Josie and the Pussycats? Yeah.
You know, from that film that everybody adores, Josie and the Pussycats.
Actually, people do like them. In fact, that's not a bad movie, honestly.
Yeah, we kind of doing a repertoire screening of that to pair up with comic books. And I was like, it's not the film I would have chosen. I don't know if anybody cares and wants to see this. And it sold out immediately. And I was like, oh, what do I know?
No.
Her big starring role that people might recognize her from would be She's All That.
Which is a Shakespeare adaptation in the 90s, which was all the rage. That was Taming of the Shrew, correct? No. That's 10 Things I Hate About You.
Mm-hmm.
She's All That maybe that's Pygmalion, which is My Fair Lady and Pretty Woman.
I think they might be giving it too much credit. I think it was just She's Not Hot. And then we take the glasses off.
Take her glasses off and she's hot. No, that's Pygmalion.
Oh, yeah. An adaptation of Pygmalion.
Yeah,
Right.
Called it. And all of those versions take a different angle. It's like Pretty Woman isn't about like making her more attractive. It's making her more presentable to the public, just like My Fair Lady does. And that's Racheal Leigh Cook. So,
You got one down.
that's her life in a nutshell. So I cannot believe this is a movie. I thought it was a joke at first. I thought it was going to be a 20-minute short promotional, obvious. Oh, they went out of their way to make a promo, essentially. No, this is a full-length movie.
When a Halloween store opens in a deserted strip mall, three friends, thinking they've outgrown trick-or-treating, decide to spend the night locked inside. But their night of spook-filled fun soon turns out to be outlandish survival.
That is a very liberal consolidation of that premise, because that is way more gravitas than that movie deserves. The film is an unintentionally meta film where Night at the Museum elements aren't referencing a specific source material, but instead vague, derivative, and often reductive generic versions of horror tropes. So instead of real set pieces based on themes and ideas that even the store chain specializes in, the film simply flaunts the cheap trinkets, decor, and inflatable nonsense to further the flimsy excuse for a plot. I call it a poltergeist night at the museum if it were held in a Showbiz Pizza or Chuck E. Cheese. Sans the whimsy.
Oh, good. Didn't want any of that getting in the way.
Exactly. It's a premise that 2021's Nicolas Cage vehicle Willy's Wonderland, Five Nights at Freddy's, and even the short The Hug has already done. It's like if you're watching, I don't know, Outer Limits or Twilight Zone or even one of
5 minutes long, I can give it that.
Yeah. It's just playing on the fears of people like you and I, our age.
Yeah, those creepy animatronics.
Yep.
Yeah,
100%.
Yep.
While Willy's and The Hug aren't exactly Citizen Kane and Casablanca, they are 37 times more well executed than this shameless dreck. The director is a man named David Pogue, P-O-A-G. The writer is Billy Bates, who, if I'm not mistaken, is Captain Marvel.
The son of Billy Bates. Billy Bates' son.
Oh, no, right. And we were going by Norwegian rules. That's good. And I say stars in quotations. Donovan Colon.
That's a horrible name.
That's your stage name? Yikes. Dylan.
I mean, it's too bad. I mean, he's had to live with that his whole life.
Well, you think that's bad. Dylan Martin Frankel. A Frankel seems like something you scrape off a boat.
I had Frankles once. Needed cream.
He took some antibiotics and it was fine. I had to look this up. I thought maybe it was a different person. Jaden Smith.
Jaden. J. Smith. Yeah, this is Jaden with an I.
Like Raiden. Raiden J. Smith.
Raiden J. Smith. That's a badass name.
Okay, so here's the rundown of the basic premise of this absolute garbage. In the 1940s, an evil man named Alec Windsor, which right there says it all if you know anything about the British royal family, attempts to take down an orphanage so that he can buy the land on which it rests. He gets cursed by a witch. It happens. I mean, who doesn't? And then dies. However, his spirit lived on in the physical realm, I guess, somehow. And also, what? I'll just point out right now, that's Christopher Lloyd. And in the scene, because Christopher Lloyd is only in he's in 2 scenes, essentially.
Now, are we sure that's Christopher Lloyd, or is this the animated corpse of Christopher Lloyd?
It is Christopher J. Lloyd.
He's looking...
Oh, no. Oh, I was getting to that.
Oh, sorry.
No.
I saw a picture of him here, and it's like, oh, man.
At first, I didn't know who it was. And I was like, he looks familiar, but who is that? 100% Christopher Lloyd. And the only reason I even recognized it was Christopher Lloyd was because he started yelling, and it sounded exactly like Doc Brown. And I was like, oh, that's Christopher Lloyd. But if you watch the film, not only is he so decrepit that you can't really discern that he's himself, but there are moments where he very obviously looks like he's going to fall down.
Uh-oh.
And there are moments where you can tell he's forgotten his lines and he's like looking off to the side or he's like stumbling over it, which is awful and really sad. But at the same time, the movie is so low budget that they couldn't afford to do retakes, you could tell.
Right, yeah.
So they kept it all in. Seriously, just watch the opening scene with him and it's sad. But, you know, when he gets it, he turns it on. He's like Stan Lee in his later years. Barely can walk around, has no idea where he is. But if he's in front of a camera or in front of a group of people, he just snaps in place and turns it on and he's going off like an automaton. That's what Christopher Lloyd is.
Lloyd's 85.
I know, he's fucking old. Wait, 1985? We got to go back, Marty. When I was young. I want to see a take of Back to the Future where, okay, two possibilities. Christopher Lloyd is trying to replace a clock, slips and falls, hits his head, and dies, never creating the flux capacitor. Or a version where he slips and falls, hits his head, and then the entire saga is in his diluted memory.
Oh, okay. He slips and falls, hits his head. He's in his own head now.
Right.
But he realizes that he is. And so he has to break the time barrier to come back to consciousness. Which is why he doesn't care if he kills himself.
He doesn't care. Oh, you mean with the Iranians trying to kill him?
Okay. It's like a couple things. One, he doesn't care about dealing with all of this radioactivity. And so he doesn't care if they kill him, really. And he sets the car and it stands right in front of it. And so he doesn't truly believe that it's going to work. And if the car is driving, it will hit him and kill him and Marty because they're both right in front of it. So he's expecting to die.
Right.
But it happens to time travel instead, and they survive, thus getting the flame tracks underneath them.
Right.
But he's not expecting that. Or expecting to commit suicide and kill this young man.
Going along that logic, does he get hit by the car? And the events following him being hit and killed are those last moments before death?
Yeah. He's living out his fantasy with a family.
And Mary Steenburgen?
Yeah.
She was okay. Yeah.
She's still famous.
I don't know.
Deadwood, she was still...
Oh, that Deadwood was a long time ago.
Oh, was it? It feels like it was like 10 years ago?
That's why I felt about The Wire. And I'm like, oh my God, no. Like the last season was like 2005.
When Dead was 2004. Oh my God, it's 20 years old.
I know.
Man, Molly Parker. Oh yeah, I forgot about you in that.
Who? What?
She's one of the women in Deadwood?
Oh, Calamity Jane. Right. Yeah. Got it.
No, she's a...
No, I know. I was just making fun.
Okay. I gotcha. Okay. Back to the
future.
The scariest place on Earth. Scariest place on Earth. The future.
Okay. So I'll go back to the middle of this paragraph that I completely... In the present day, 3 friends, Jake, I'm looking at you.
That's me.
Bo and Carson.
Bo knows.
What is Bo?
Bono's getting spooked. Oh, wait, I shouldn't say that.
No.
Bono's getting scared. How about that?
Sonny Bono getting scared. And Carson.
Kid Carson?
Well, I was thinking Carson Daly. It's just one of those millennial names that we all wish didn't exist for a first name.
Carson. Yeah.
Well, they decide to secretly spend Halloween night in a Spirit Halloween store, the chain that takes advantage of economic downturn and rents by the month in dilapidated old Toys R Us's.
What do you do with the Toys R Us otherwise? You get like a swinger getaway?
Well, no. Maybe if all the toys were still there.
I know, you just fill it with other toys. That's what I'm saying.
You're trying too hard.
True.
No, Spirit, it just feels icky. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Every time something goes out of business or every time there is an upswing in rent somewhere that some local business can't afford, Spirit Halloween seems to just swoop in and then I guess promise a bunch of money and traffic to the property owner. And then they're there for 2 or 3 months, maybe.
Probably 2 max, I would say.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, September to October, then they're out.
Then it's just gone. They're gone forever until the next business tanks.
So like, I don't know, Santa's factory takes over, whatever.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do that in the North Pole. But
no, it's an old Toys R Us's.
And when I say in the North Pole, that is not a euphemism for anything. So they decide to secretly spend Halloween night in a Spirit Halloween store, not realizing that it sits on the same land where Windsor, Christopher Lloyd, was cursed. Whoa. So production on Spirit Halloween, the movie, which even saying it out loud makes me feel like an idiot, began in late 2021 and wrapped in February 2022. They started auditions in fall of 2021, and Christopher Lloyd and Racheal Leigh Cook were in negotiations from early on. I don't know why specifically they were, but the film wasn't actually announced until April 11th, 2022, which is right before it came out. I mean, in movie times. And they didn't announce it until they had signed Lloyd and Leigh Cook, which means whoever they could find that was a recognizable name. It was produced by Strike Back Studios, who has a great logo. Hideout Pictures, Particular Crowd, seems like they're just making this up, and Film Mode Entertainment, not even trying, in an official partnership with the Spirit Halloween Company. It feels like the Mac and Me of Halloween film.
I'm sure there are probably other. I mean, maybe if like
Haunted
Brass Kennedy had
a Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of something that you see every holiday season that they sell or they make that you could turn into a movie, and then
Noor Ahmed, president of Strike Back Studios, said, quote, "One of the reasons I immediately connected with the script is it is very much inspired by some of my favorite kid adventure films growing up, from The Goonies, Gremlins, Monster Squad." Hey, shout out to Monster Squad, though. Except for dropping that F word. And many great films made by Amblin Entertainment, which just also sounds like you were fucking paid by somebody. I mean, come on.
But I mean, is Amblin still even around?
Yeah, totally.
Is it?
I don't think it went bankrupt or anything.
In 2021, it was announced that Amblin Entertainment signed a deal with Netflix to release multiple new feature films for the streaming service.
So there you go. I don't know that ever actually happened, but probably not. This is riveting.
No.
Riveting.
Well, just cut that shit. No, I don't think they made anything.
Coronavirus might have made a thing, but I don't know. So the film was shot in...
Oh, wait. No, they did. They did. Oh, shit. They were involved with 2019's debacle that we talked about recently, Cats.
Wow. No wonder they kept their name off of that one.
West Side Story,
that
World, Fablemans, Burning?
I've never heard of that one, but all those others make sense.
Holy shit. There's a new movie coming out called Twisters. I believe it's a sequel to Twisters.
No. Look that up.
Twisters is an upcoming American epic disaster film directed by Lee Isaac Chung from a screenplay by Mark L. Smith, produced by Frank Marshall, is described as a, quote, new chapter of the 1996 film Twister. This film stars Daisy Edgar Jones, Glenn Powell, and Anthony Ramos.
Oh my God. Well, because if you think about it, at least a fourth of the cast of that movie is dead.
Yeah, that's sad.
It is sad. And if you look at Helen Hunt,
on an estimated budget of $200 million, principal photography commenced around Oklahoma City in May 2023.
So they shot it on, it's set in Oklahoma. Yeah.
Filming was suspended in July due to the SAG strike.
Oh, that's going to screw up a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it was supposed to come out next year in July.
It won't.
That's probably going to get pushed back.
Oh, it definitely will get pushed back.
But yes, it is a Twisters sequel.
This is big news.
You heard it here, folks.
Breaking the news in this thing that you're going to hear way after it comes out. So the film was shot in Rome, Georgia.
Oh, I was like, wait, what?
Not Twisters. Spirits. It's like Aliens or Predators.
The Spirit Halloween?
Well, that was obviously, it's over, let's revisit it 30 years later. It was shot in Rome, Georgia, which I didn't know was a place, and Nashville, Tennessee, which is a place. I won't speak to its quality. I've heard good things, but I refuse to believe it. It was also shot, guess, $100. I bet $100 if you can tell me where it was actually shot.
You mean like the actual...
The location.
Location?
The physical location. I'm not talking city. I'm not talking city. Yeah, okay. Yes, it was at a Spirit Halloween in... Because remember, they occupy other stores.
A Toys R Us?
Toys R fucking us.
All right, I get $100.
You get $100 of bullshit money that I made up.
Yay!
Hey, it's like the American dollar.
My IRA is swimming in it now.
It's pronounced IRA. It was shot in an actual Spirit Halloween store in a Toys R Us. So they didn't even create a dedicated location just for the movie. They went out of their way to just film in an abandoned Toys R Us, which is what they do. That is one of the cheapest, most garbage things I think I've ever heard for a film.
Skip, it's called a cost-cutting measure. And you know what? They wanted it to be very diegetic and feel authentic. That's what it's about. Authenticity, Skip.
It's more of a Costco measure. Oh, so I saw this film. It's absolute garbage. In fact, I got so bored. I was watching it and still don't quite remember the end. I was just kind of zoning out. I tried actively to watch it. One of the baffling things about the film is that everybody in it is costumed as if it's Stranger Things, or it's basically set in the 80s, and their wardrobe is very 80s, but it's set currently. And I don't understand. I mean, I get why you think you're doing what you're doing, but like doing that with no context or explanation really doesn't work.
What they should have done, they are extras from the set of Stranger Things filming.
Oh, that would be interesting.
And then they go do this. Why not?
Yeah, I agree with you. Why not? Then you could have tied it in with Netflix, and then you could have premiered it on Netflix. Except I know they'd signed a thing with Shudder, which makes sense. And so the whole film really is just a night at the museum, but dumber and with less purpose. They go into this place and the attractions become manifested versions of what they're implying with them, if you know what I mean.
Give me an example.
Let's say a vague Frankenstein's monster, or let's say, I don't know, a fucking dragon or whatever, right? It doesn't become this is a representation of that thing that now is manifested real and a real version of that thing, or like a realistic version of that thing. Instead, it's just the cheap generic trinkets that they have that then come alive and start skittering around on the floor. I mean, there's nothing there. You know what I mean? It's not like that.
Right.
Right. So instead of, I don't know, Monster Squad, which I think is a good example of doing it this way, instead of actual Dracula, an inflatable Dracula attacks you, but it's still the inflatable Dracula.
Why?
And if you want to do it that way, make that the thing. If you want to do that, okay, sure, we can make that a choice. Make the inanimate objects come to life the way that they are, cool. But if you want to come across as a legitimate film and not just a terribly conceived shameless plug for your fucking corporation, make it so that it recognizes what it is and acknowledges it and works within the plot for that. Not, this chatterbox garland thing now is chasing me or whatever. It's not a thing. Anytime you see pin the tail on the mummy or whatever, I would rather, like in Monster Squad, a mummy comes out instead of the pin the tail on the mummy, which is completely generic, coming out and being like, buy my action figures. You know what I mean? It's shameless in a way that's not clever.
Yeah, it looks lazy to me.
Oh, it's very lazy. It's very lazy, including the whole like 80s wardrobe thing. Because they're just banking on not only millennials, but tangentially, well, they're banking on Stranger Things, which appeals to millennials, but it's not trying in any shape or form.
I've been watching this trailer for it again and again this whole time you've been talking. I mean, I feel like I know everything of this movie, but I do have a few questions about what I see. Okay. There seems to be a girl who may be the babysitter?
Girl, ew.
Is there a girl possibly older involved?
Yes, there is. Carson's sister, Kate, also, for some reason, stayed in the store, coincidentally. I think, so once again, it's just playing on tropes. It's playing on the whole young boy fantasy of finding that special girl that likes the things you like, but is also super independent thing, you know?
But is it not his sister?
No, what I'm saying is, Jake, the boy Jake, has a crush on her.
Oh, okay. I was missing that part.
It's Carson's sister, Kate.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but Jake has
But Carson's a side character. He doesn't count.
none of these characters count. I mean, they're nothing. They're not characters.
Okay, second question.
Yeah.
Or third question. I don't know. There appears to be some hidden place underneath the Spirit Halloween. Like
it's
cavern.
it's a tunnel that leads directly to the Denver airport and Comet Pizza in Washington D.C. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean, it's not really a thing that matters in the film. Really, it's just how they try and get out.
Well, that's dumb.
Yeah, it's not good. In fact, there are better movies with that premise that. Yeah. Oh, we should probably. Even the fucking Wikipedia doesn't mention some of the other great character actors in it. Marla Gibbs.
Marla Gibbs?
Yeah.
Grandma G?
Grandma G, please. I mean, yeah, she was in The Jeffersons. She's won tons of awards for that. She was in Checking In, Meteor Man, which not even James Earl Jones could save that stink pot. The Visit, The Brothers. Wow, a Medea movie. But she's also been in Grey's Anatomy and Days of Our Lives, which my mother used to watch. I've seen a lot of it.
We were young in the Restless Family, so.
Really?
Yeah. That was my mother's.
Interesting. My mom would watch One Life to Live and then switch over to ABC to watch General Hospital.
We had some General Hospital on occasionally.
Mm-hmm. So when I was old enough to really make my own decisions, but during the summer where I had to babysit Chris all the time, that's when I started watching Matlock all the time.
That was the beginning of your descent?
Kind of. In that whole era, I started switching over back to ABC where General Hospital would be on. I started watching All My Children. And then this dates me, well, both of us, to an extreme degree. The only reason I stopped watching it was because it was preempted by the O.J. Simpson trial every single day. Or they'd play All My Children and then go into the coverage of the O.J. Simpson trial.
Oh, that's funny.
We're old. I think it's funny, though, that Marla Gibbs was born and raised in Waterproof, Louisiana. Waterproof? I swear to God. And first of all, no, you're not. Have you ever been in a hurricane? No, you're not.
Maybe it's one of those dome bubble cities.
It's under the ocean. Sea Lab.
Waterproof.
Oh, that's great. Her mother's name was Ophelia Birdie, which...
It's a fun name. I shouldn't see Spirit Halloween, is that what you're telling me?
You can. I'm telling you, it's not worth it. So here's some great stuff about Marla Gibbs. She is such a throwaway character in that movie and actor in that movie, but she's very much playing a terrible Stephen King trope, either magic or disabled that has secret knowledge.
Right.
Or sage wisdom. Yeah, that's her character. I'm pretty sure in Spirit Halloween, she is blind, but gives advice to, what's his name's sister, and then she goes looking for them. But Marla Gibbs is a completely underrated actor, and this may be my favorite highlight of her career. And if you've ever seen even a fucking sitcom from the 90s, you've seen her. You know what she looks like. This was maybe the greatest movie she was in. Black Belt Jones. A 1974 American blaxploitation martial arts film directed by Robert Clouse, starring Jim Kelly, weird, and Gloria Hendry. If you don't know who Robert Clouse is, he directed Enter the Dragon with Bruce Lee, which is really funny because on the poster for Black Belt Jones, he introduces his star, Jim Kelly, in tiny lettering, Enter. Jim! Dragon. Kelly! Come on, dude.
Yeah, they do the same thing with the trailer, where it's in the
really?
same font. It goes, Enter, beat, Dragon.
Wow. That's fucking ridiculous. This is maybe one of the greatest synopses I've heard in a while. The Mafia have learned of the construction of a new civic center. Breaking, anyone? And have bought up all the land at the intended building site except for a karate dojo owned by, quote, Pop Bird, which is played by Scatman fucking Carruthers, who refuses to give up his property. And that's why Shonuff, the Shogun of Harlem, steps in. The Dawn contacts an indebted drug dealer named Pinky, who had laundered $250,000 from the Mafia. Wow, that's from the 70s? That's a lot. that he'd subsequently loaned to Bird in order to build the dojo. The Don orders Pinky to either get his money back or repossess the property. Black Belt Jones, martial arts expert and hand for hire, I don't know exactly what that means other than hand jobs, is contacted by his old friend Pop to help protect the dojo. It's a very classic blaxploitation. It's exactly what they were going for in The Last Dragon, the Barry Gordy film. This is a classic trope of the 70s and 80s. The fact that it's called Black Belt Jones is, I mean, chef's kiss.
Classic.
All right, well, we've ranted long enough.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed this
Whatever the fuck it is.
conversation. This horrible Halloween movie that you probably shouldn't see.
Don't watch Spirit. Don't give them your time or attention. If you subscribe to Shudder, fine, but don't go out of your way to give this movie your money. It's shameless and not well executed, not even well thought out. Honestly, do you know what? It feels like an AI wrote it.
It's funny because I was looking at Billy Bates, the writer, and she just does holiday stuff.
Oh, it's a woman?
Yeah. She wrote a movie called Christmas No Filter, and then she wrote a short called Tangled Tinsel.
Wait, are these like Lifetime or a Hallmark?
They look similar to that.
I mean,
I did not look into any further. Oh, a unicorn for Christmas. That's wonderful. Yeah. But I would say
that's about a couple looking for a threesome, by the way. It's not what you think it is.
Poorly executed and not thought out. That does describe our podcast wonderfully. But we hope instead of giving the spooky film your money, give it to us. Or just subscribe. Subscribe.
This is the first time you've ever just come out and said, give us your money.
Well, someone had to say it. If you do appreciate the pod at all, like, share, subscribe, give it to friends, let people know what's going on, what the haps is. Feel free to follow us on social media. Maybe you'll get a tweet someday.
Fingers on the pulse of the nation, Jake. Jesus Christ. All right, well, don't forget to pay your tabs. Don't forget to clean up after yourselves to some sort of reasonable degree. Don't forget to support your local comic shops and retailers. And from Dispatch Ajax, we would like to say Godspeed, fair wizards.
Spooky.
Is it?
Please, go away.